and by so doing, discrediting the faith that they once, shared. This is very important. And science has proven that actually it's not about the size. It's not about the weight. It's just about understanding. And what really gives satisfaction is more emotional than it is physical. What gives satisfaction is more emotional than it is physical. If you like, go and ask those experts that are advising you. A friend was on Facebook the other day, and what was he teaching? He was saying, look, it's poor people that want to spend time having sex. 1 hour is there, 2 hours is there, 3 hours. That they are poor people with poor mentality because they have nothing to do. What would you be doing there for 1 hour? And where we are going, if the church fails to address these issues, it will come to us. Many people are not speaking up. When you ask the husband, what is the problem? He say, ask her. When you ask her, what is the problem? Say, ask my husband. And she says things that are around, just as some of us are trained to hear what you are not saying. So we will use that training to try to address the issues. But the real issue is that you have lost out of feeling. The feeling, that thing that brought both of you together, that creates the bond, is what drives every other thing, including marital sex. All right? The way God made it, He made it in such a way that if you have not tested another man, the one you have will be enough for you. But today we have young ladies who at 20 had tried over 100 species with different, in different shapes and sizes. And they are still exploring, not that they have stopped. They are still exploring. And they have some notions that are not biblical. Those notions, only God knows where they have learned those things, because I know they are not taught in classrooms. And they will come to the marriage with those expectations. It will not work. If you see them together, it means one of them is lying. It's just trying to cover up. Maybe because the young man has some money and her eyes is on the money, she does not want to leave. Otherwise, there are so many people who are walking around as couple today who have divorced long ago. It's a big problem. So what is the solution? The solution, go back to the Bible. Go back to the basis. Take your man. Reinforce your filial, your feeling for him or for her, such that you felt the first time his hand got close to your body. Her hand got close to your body. That feeling, for the married couples, you know what I'm talking about. That feeling, when you reinvent it and sustain it, it keeps you wet all year round. It keeps you productive all year round. It's the same feeling that makes a woman conceive easily. This is very important. And beyond prayer, it's good that we have these conversations in churches so that people will begin to learn. Satisfaction is not in the length of intercourse. It is not in the size of the organ. It is not in the sporty nature. It is in the mutual bond and trust that you share. And when you do that, God Himself, who created sex for married couples, will be glorified, because you are doing it in the instance or at the instance of God, and the blessings that follow will follow. Once you leave that and you go to try any other thing, is physical exercise, and you pay dearly for it. And you know, for the men, for instance, there's nothing that takes more energy from you than that. But how to compensate for it is if it's coming from someone that you've shared a bond, a filial bond. So that energy is transmitted and it becomes positive. And that's why when you're done with your wife and you see that she's singing in the morning, she's doing the house chores, she's singing, it's that thing that has made her to change that attitude. It has turned to a positive energy. While she was moody the night before, the day before, now she's happy. She woke up as a virtuous woman. She's doing the house chores with the things that she had abandoned before. You're wondering, where is this energy coming from? It's coming from there. So it's very important. And the way to get it and continue to get it is by staying with the principles of God. Amen.
We'll call on Cherish for her special song. While Cherish is singing, while Cherish is coming out, we'll take 4 questions and 1 contribution. Because time has gone, so we'll take 4 questions and 1 contribution. So if you have questions, please put up your hands and then come and sit in this front bench here. 1, 2, please, can you hear me? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, please come and sit here, in front here. When she's done singing. Okay, we can start with the questions now. Is there any other person that has questions to ask? I'm coming to him. Is there any other person that has questions to ask?
Good evening, all. I am very happy of this lecture that has happened this night or this evening. Yesterday. My question is, in the terms of marriage, I personally discovered that marriage is building, decorating, managing, and furnishing. And this aspect of these 4 items that I've said here now, and if the marriage is not in this aspect, don't you see it as a scam? Don't you see it as a scam? 2, when you talk about pressure in the name of marriage, there is a saying or parable that my people always say is that a tilapia tree, there's a hook that is rounding this tilapia tree. And this hook, if someone is going to drag the hook, and the hook doesn't want to drag the hook doesn't want to drag. And if you don't leave it, the hook will drag you inside the river. If this kind of pressure comes, what is the advice to the man or to the woman in the name of marriage?
If you also have questions to ask and you're too shy to come out, you can write it in a piece of paper and give to me. I'll send it across.
Good evening, everyone. First of all, I want to thank the panelists for their contribution. I have found it to be very helpful. My question is this. Over the recent years, there has been the talks of cohabitation. And cohabitation, particularly in Generation Z, Gen Z. So I wanted to hear your opinions on cohabitation.
My own is a contribution and also a question. You know, I want to thank the facilitators. One of them said, thinkers, that women think more than the men. Okay, if we should bring a BP machine to run a test on everybody here, you will find out that the men, the rate of BP in men will be more than that of the women. The only women you will find with high BP, maybe the pregnant women, because pregnancy-induced BP is there. Men think a lot. We think a lot. I don't know how you view it, but we think a lot. I know that. One of the facilitators also said it's good to have a joint account. Fine, if you know where I'm coming from, where your mother will give birth to a football team and you are the first son. You also have from your in-laws, and you have a joint account where the demand is more than the supply. My dear, you want to keep small thing. At least you want to keep small thing. I also ask this question. Since tithing is 20%, 10%, offering is 10%, that is 20%, and husband and wife, once you are married, you are one in flesh. Is it good to have one tithe card? Pastor said no. They said no. Wife will have different tithe card. You also have a different tithe card. So if there is love in the family, whether you have joint account or you don't have joint account, you can manage the family. You can manage the family. Then you also said satisfaction. Men, if you want to satisfy your woman, you will die premature. You do nothing. You cannot satisfy a woman. They are insatiable. I have been skeptical about the concept. Women, you can't satisfy them. God gave them hair. They have Brazilian hair. God gave them color. They want to change the color. God gave them lashes. They want to have you do nothing. And if you read in Proverbs 3, verse 15, just read from 15, you will understand that they are far above rubies. There is nothing a man will do that will satisfy them. Even in the bed, you perform nothing. Move like a moving train. Move like I'm a slow bus. Allow me. I'm a slow bus. You do nothing. So that is it. My question is dating biblical? Why I ask the question, is dating biblical? Because Genesis 2 verse 18, God saw that man was lonely. And if you read 21, God caused a deep sleep. The Bible did not specify how long the man slept, but that God caused a deep sleep on Adam. And the man slept, and Adam removed a rib from the man and made Eve. So during the period when Adam was sleeping, God created Eve. Then when Adam woke up, the first thing Adam saw was a woman. That was the first thing Adam saw. There was no dating in the Bible. Adam saw Eve and said, "This is the bone of my bone and the flesh of my flesh." And love, marriage started right from the Garden of Eden. But today, we date, and from dating, it will resolve to marriage. Is dating biblical? Number one. Number two, a situation when the man has that high libido, every time the man wants to do, and the libido of the woman is very low. How do you carry her along? Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. You know that me, I'm still a young person. I've not been married before. So, like, this marriage of a thing is still confusing me in particular. So, I have a lot of questions to ask. Number one question. In a family, let's just imagine that in a family that marriage is the parent, whereas courtship is the first son, dating is the second son, while friendship is the last born. Now, I want to ask, is there a specific period of time that you guys should date, or is there a specific time that you guys should court? Because I've heard some people say that they knew their wife for like 5 years before they married her. Some say 10 years, some say 12 years. So I want to ask, is there a specific period of time to marry? That's number one. Number two question is that that's part of this libido, but let me leave that one. Number two question, I forgot my question. Okay, now number two question is that, you know that in the Bible told us that God created them man and woman. And now in the Old Testament, you will see